Hi everyone, welcome. So this is going to be a quick video looking into how I approach 1v1s as a mask against Kraz. I typically play an agility based build using the Jammy Jack set, so that's the amulet and ring I use. I also then pair it with a barbaric wedding ring, Menno belts, and the Captain Chafer set as well. Big fan of this set, it's offering a lot of stats but also damages, initiative, resistances, and MP parry as well. Same goes for the Iliazel hat and shield that I use. Lots of MP parry there. AP cloak as well. And then the pet, I mean, you got a little bit of flexibility with this, but because the resistances are already so good, I go for a brocart for the agility and damages. When it comes to the Dofuses, Ebony, I think is essential. As well are the Ochre, Abyssal, and Ivory Dofuses. Sylvan Dofus I really like for the range bonuses that pair really well with the agility based spells on the mask, but also adds the additional option to heal if you don't use any MP. And then finally, I mean, this is sort of a flexible sort of Dofus slot, but personally I like the black spotted Dofus. The critical resistances can come in handy against Kraz, and then also the damage bonus pairs really nicely with the Ebony. Alright, so into the action now. You'll notice in terms of the spells and shielding, I'm using Ginga now. It's a big fan of this since the rework. Mostly using in 1v1, haven't found a use for it yet in 3v3. But typically, the first turn, what I like to do, get the Grimacing Mask out for the damage sharing. And then looking to put the Ebony Dofus onto the Kra here. So, little quick trick: if you do the Leak Pie onto the Grimacing Mask, and then whilst you're at range from it, it does the both melee damage on yourself and the range damage onto the Grimacing Mask as well. So that when you look to apply the Ebony, it's ready to go in the next spell straight away. So you're not having to do 2 additional spells for that cast. Interesting here, the Kra is using a Prytech. Don't typically see those too much in 1v1s. However, I think he's maybe a bit conscious that on this sort of map we could rush him quite easily. So I take the time whilst we're at range to put the shields, so I'm using Tortuga and Trance onto the Grimacing Mask here. Don't need to rush in yet. I'd rather play safe, get the shields off. Procking the 300 shield as well there from the black spotted Dofus. And we're just sort of waiting to see what he'll do. If he's going to overcommit in terms of running in like he has done, he's in a good position for us to attack him now next turn. So going into turn 3, we're going to need to reapply the Ebony Dofus. So here we are with the Leak Pie onto the mask, as we discussed earlier. And then one thing that they can do, the recall beacon that Kras use, we can nullify that pretty well, either using Aguila to reduce the heals by 25%, or we can do it with Ardor. I think Ardor I will do if I've got the AP and I'm somewhat close to them anyway. But in this instance, I'm happy just with the Aguila, so I can still do the 2 lines of damage with Picada. Because he's going to swap that beacon, I put the Grimacing Mask into close combat against it, so he's got to waste AP there to push it away from him. Keeping the mask alive earlier with the shields is really crucial, just to make sure that I share that damage whilst I've got Trance on as well, because when you use Trance you can be vulnerable, especially if you're using Ginga now instead of Plastron. You have to be really careful with your shields and whether you've got the Grimacing Mask to offer a little bit more protection when using Trance. So here, this is why I really like using the Agi Mask against Kras. I don't really require line of sight. I can hit sort of from all angles with both Aguila and Picada. So if he's hiding behind obstacles or at range, I'm quite easily to still get my hits off as well. Okay, another recall beacon there. This turn I'm going to move in a little bit closer. I will do Ardor, so this is going to block out the heal completely from that beacon this turn. And using Stampede just to put the Picard down and moving behind the cover there. Forces him to waste some MP just to come into line of sight with me. He comes in close using Reprisal here. Eye for Eye as well. So Eye for Eye is going to push us back each time we attack him. Now the trick here is to run close combat first to get the close combat damage to procure the Ebony, and then do 3 lines of damage for the do the range damage here just to get the Ebony off as well. In fact, it's not even going to be needed. Picard there to take the kill, and easy does it.